Hi everyone and welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope everybody is feeling the energies that are just pouring in on us right now, and just hopefully riding a really high wave of galactic energy. There's a lot going on around us. There's a lot going on within us, and I'm here to support you in this session. To really just elevate you and get you to those higher levels of vibration, so that you can begin to create a life you love. I want to definitely intend on working on confidence in your authenticity and showing up as your authentic self, being able to be secure with who you are. If you're weird and you talk weird languages like me, you still show up in your power. This is who I am. You show up and you know who you are. It's not about what they think about you. It's about what you think about you. So if you believe and if you show up in any room, any situation, they don't have to know you talk weird languages or that you're a healer, but you show up in your power and you know who you are and you know this is who I am. Everything that you want will begin to flow to you. But if you're crouching back and you're like, oh, I'm this or I'm that, and you feel bad about yourself or you feel low about yourself, well then things are, opportunities and things like that are going to kind of bypass you. Not that everything that is meant for you will always find its way to you. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying to get to where you want to be, you definitely got to move out those blocks that say you don't deserve, or I'm not worthy, or I don't deserve to be happy, I don't deserve that money, I don't deserve a husband or a wife or whatever it is, because you do deserve all those things. So this just kind of dovetails right into our last video about abundance, just giving you that confidence, moving out those old belief systems within you, this old programming that led you to believe that money is the root of all evil, and that you're not good enough for the guy that you dream about, that you're not good enough for the woman that you dream about, because you have everything that guy or that girl needs or wants. You have everything that you need, and it starts within you. So my intention is that we're just going to move out these blocks that are hindering you and keeping you from your dreams. Okay? So you want to take some deep breaths. Get you all feathered off. Get the day off of you. Hope you're all doing very well. Thank you so much for all the comments in the last video. I knew that one was going to be powerful, and I have a feeling this one's going to be very powerful. Energies are very strong. We're going right into that 7-7, which is a very powerful, potent day to allow yourselves to, manifest and think and dream about what you want to be, who you want to be, who you want in your life, all the things. All right, here we go. Going to now access the crown of the collective. Kele kwa ya sini mati kwa liwa se de la yelo ya sini mati le ke ai sini motro a dei. Kele ko sini mati a piti mata ere. Kele gori a sini tini mati lo ka ai sini mati ala kwa ai dei. Kele ko ai sini mati a putu sini mai a pelo ka ya sini mati. Kola atra sini mai putu sini mai lo ka ya sini matra dei. Use this beautiful selenite. Kila yare sinema de yare sinema de la quadere. Kira ya sinema ti yare sinema yare sinema ira quaya to sinema de. Kira ya sinema ira quaya sinema yare sinema de yare. Koya yare sinema yare quaya sinema de wade. For a lot of you, they're just showing me like your ships of your galactic families are just kind of, they're hanging around up there, just kind of above you, just here to support you, here to help you, showing up for you. They're just showing me different people's houses and how they've got like these ships like kind of hanging around and above. Your family. Your real family. I'm just seeing this very white light just coming down into the crown. I'm going to go into the third eye now. I'm coming to the third eye of the collective, please. Just clearing out the third eye, neutralizing all the energies within the third eye. Just clearing out all those old thought patterns that do not serve you anymore, all those negative thought patterns that tell you you're not worthy, all those old programmings, just clearing and cleansing and neutralizing energies within your mind, creating new neural pathways. I'm just seeing like the neural pathways in your brain. It's like lighting up, just creating new, like I'm seeing your brain and like it's almost like a scan of your brain. It's just showing me like new neural pathways just lighting up and like new thoughts, new things, just creating space in there, clearing out some of this old programming, some of this stuff that does not work. If you think of your mind as like a computer, we're just kind of erasing things that do not work. Get it out of there. It doesn't belong. Just move it out. Especially, memories and things that don't serve you anymore, like traumas and things like that. Of course they're going to be in there and you can go look them up if you so choose, but let's bring in some good stuff right to the forefront. Not reprogramming, but creating new neural pathways so that you can create your reality. Getting yourself to a desired reality. What do you want to create? What do you want to see show up in your life? Just creating space for that newness to come in. This is why meditation is so important. It creates space. You carve out time in your day and spirit will show up. Spirit will fill that time. Spirit will give you what you need. Spirit will give you the ideas, the thoughts. But you got to create that space for spirit. You can't be on, busy all the time. You got to create some quiet time, some quiet space and say, all right, spirit, show up. Nothing may happen for a few days, but if you keep showing up, things will start to happen. And you want to be connected to that. Just like you want to be connected to the internet, trust me, this is the ultimate stream of consciousness that you want to be part of. The internet ain't got nothing on what that consciousness can give you. It's I'm coming into the side of your head. They're just showing me as those new neural pathways are lighting up in your mind. It's almost like they're also showing me like these old ancient codes are being reactivated in your minds. Like, it's so cool to see. So if you think of like the neural pathways in my mind, what it looks like is like tubes just being recreated, but they're all lit up in like white light. And what I'm seeing is like all these ancient codes and things like that are like in green, that are being lit up and flowing through these neural pathways, just being reactivated. Waking up, if you will. They just showed me a vision of the third eye in the back, and it literally looked like an eye that opened up, just like that. An old ancient eye. And around the ancient eye, it's like this old ancient tribal like symbols around the eye, like around the back of your head. But then this eye just kind of popped open. We want to honor that. We want to honor every part of our bodies, every part of our minds. That eye we need to see. We need that to be awake. We need to take care of our pineal gland. We need to be detoxing that part of our brain. There's many ways to do it. I would suggest Googling it. I should do a video on that, how I decalcified mine. I'm coming down into the ears now. Hermes Trismegistus just walked in. He like Yasadina Mataruya, Tatinia Madila Yutasana Matiruya, Tatinia Matuluquaya, Tatini, Baduk the Gios in the Mataresh in the Mataway day, my father, Gilio Shadanamiyoquaya, Sinamudu day. Kirikate Sinamatula Gadia to Shatan the Matela Quaya, Teres in the Matare day. Kirikarakoya Satinia, what you said about a day. He's taking out like a wand, and at the tip of it it's lit up in green, and he's at the back of you, and he is putting energy from the wand into the third eye that just awakened. I'm going to be quiet for just a moment. I'm resisting telling you about a story, an experience that happened to me a few years ago in the beginning of whenever I became aware of my multidimensionality, but I will share because they keep telling me to tell you. So, in the beginning of being open to my multidimensionality, I would sit at my desk and be willing to write and let spirit talk to me however they chose. And what would happen is I would write a little bit and get some information, but then I would literally like fall back on my chair, not in a harmful way, but I would just sit back and kind of go out of body. And the reason why Hermes is here is because or what he wants me to share with you is that I had an experience where I was taken back to the days of Atlantis when or was it Atlantis? It was an experience where I was sitting on a couch or some sort of couch thing, and Hermes was writing on the emerald tablets, and is when he was writing the emerald tablets, and as his daughter, and why do you want me to tell him this again? They just said so you will know. Okay, well, I just told you what happened in that experience. I have like books full of these experiences that I've had where they have initiated me for the last good like 6 years, every day. This is why they want me to tell you. Okay, so for you guys, this is what it looks like to be initiated by spirit. So you can just be sitting here and all of a sudden you start to feel tired and you feel like you need to go lay down. Go lay down. Especially if you feel it and you know you're not tired. It's usually trying to get a download into your body. For me, spirit, I would hear stand up. And I would literally stand up, and all of a sudden spirit would start doing these initiations to me. Like I would be initiated with the animal kingdom, and so all the animals would come up and I would be initiated by them, and or Isis would come in and she would initiate me with my twin flame or something to that effect. Like there's just been thousands upon thousands of initiations over these years that I haven't really talked to people about because it has just happened. But I'm telling you now because it's going to start happening to you guys if you are open to it. And once you begin to open up to your multidimensionality, they are going to begin to work with you. And so I want you to be aware that if you hear spirit say stand up and hold your hands out like this, do it. Don't delay. Don't be like, that's weird. Why did I just feel that way? Why did I just do that? Get up and stand in the middle of your room. If you have a wife or a boyfriend, who cares? Just get up and stand in the middle of the room. Whatever spirit tells you to do, hold your hands out and receive the blessing. Okay, that was the reason why. Last Thanksgiving, I was here by myself, and I was doing a little yoga, and this is how I came into the violet flame. I was coming up from a pose from yoga, and I'm not a yogi. Okay, I was just trying to be good to my body that day, but and I came up from a pose and stood right here. And next thing I know, Saint Germain is standing right in front of me, and he said, "Hold out your hands." So I held out my hands. I closed my eyes. I could see him as plain as day, and he began to run the violet flame from my 10th Earth Star chakra all the way up, and it just inflamed and engulfed me. And from that day forward, that's what I use for protection. That's what I put on every morning. That's what I put on before I come and see you guys. That's what I put on before my after my sessions. I reinforce a tube of the violet flame around me, and you can do this too. You can call in Saint Germain and the violet flame for protection, against whatever you think. And so yeah, the reason why I'm telling you this is because you want to prepare yourself for spirit to work with you. You want to allow yourself to be open to spirit, of the highest good, of course. So I'm just in your throat now.
Kira kwa de ara ere sini mate le kwa dai apoto sini mata le kwa ya te se demba tu le ka dei ko le kwa ya sini moto ala dei.
And I think one of the reasons why I'm hesitant to say anything about anything that's happened to me with spirit is because I guard that with my life, right? I guard all of these experiences with my life. I guard them with my heart and with my mind. I don't need to tell anybody anything that has ever happened to me, ever. But I'm telling you because I want you to know that it's possible to experience these things, and spirit and him obviously want you to know that these experiences are going to begin to happen to some of you and to all of you if you're open to it, and just trust and allow spirit to come through and work with you. But I guard my experiences with my heart. Some people are very open. They want people to know these experiences that they have, and I don't need you to know. These are my memories. These are my lifetimes. These are what I've experienced with spirit, and as much as I want to guard them, I know that for people to understand who I am and for people to understand who you are, who they are, these things need to be spoken about. And the truth of who you are needs to come out. And, I know the truth of what life is. I'm not saying I know your truth. I just know my truth. I know that I am multidimensional. I know that these lives exist. I know that I exist in multiple lives, if not hundreds of lives right now as I'm speaking this. And so do you. I believe that. And, and it's really your truth and what you believe. But I feel like some of this stuff needs to be spoken about so that if you are experiencing some of this stuff, so number one, you don't feel alone. And number two, so that you can kind of understand that where you're headed. Because for me, everything is making sense now. All these initiations and things that I've been through, it didn't make sense at the time. These things would happen. I would go out of body and have these crazy cool experiences, and then I would come to, I would stand up like nothing ever happened, and I would go upstairs and eat dinner with my family. Like, okay, well, that's what that is. And I couldn't really talk to anybody about it because it's like people weren't really awake then, and people don't really understand it, and so that's why I guess I haven't really talked about a lot of this stuff. But anyways, I'm just, we just want you to know that, this stuff is possible, and that your minds are so vast that they can go anywhere in the universe and beyond. Hands on your shoulders. Just get the weight of the world off your shoulders now. And for a lot of you, you're thinking that, I want to help people, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to be a healer, I want to, I want to do whatever it is that you're thinking that you want to do. And I just want you to know that it's coming, that if it's placed on your heart to do, just let spirit guide you. Because I knew that I wanted to help people since I was a child, and I didn't know that I wanted to be a Reiki healer or an energy healer. I didn't know this person existed. I didn't know she was in here. I just knew that I didn't want people to suffer like I had suffered. And so, but there's a plan. There's a plan for you. And just like me, there was a plan for me all along. Not to say that if I didn't take the chances and take the classes and do the work, that I would be who I am today. I had to do the work. I had to show up for myself. But I didn't know where I was headed, if that makes sense. I just knew that after addiction, I had to do something. I had to change every part of me. And this is who I've become. And this is who I love. And that's really all I wanted. I just knew that if I could sober up and get sober and find happiness, that was enough for me. And Spirit has way bigger plans for each of you and for me and for all of us. That, just being happy and just being content with such little. I was very content with just being sober. I was like, holy crap, this is so nice. I don't have to fight anything. I don't have to do. I can just be, And I was okay with that. I wasn't really okay with that, but I was content in the beginning. I was like, this is good. I'm so happy. Anything else after this is just a huge blessing. And Spirit's like, yeah, there's way more after this. You know, there's way more after this. And so I just want you to know that there's building blocks, you know, and there's a path for you. And you have to walk it. You know, if you want to get to where you want to be, there's things that you got to do every day to show up for yourself. So I'm now moving into the heart of the collective, please. We also want to thank Hermes for coming in and helping to activate the third eye. Just send him some love. He says that you're welcome, and that you are loved, and that there is a plan for each and every one of you. And you can prepare for new activations to come through for you. So make sure that you carve out some time tomorrow to sit and be still and allow. I'm going to go into the heart now. I'm just seeing a white Audi inside of a very big home. Whenever I saw the Audi, I saw a man getting out, and he would just walk to the front door, and that's pretty much all they showed me. And then they asked me to call in healing codes for the collective's heart. So I'm going to call in the healing codes for the collective's heart, please. Just feeling a lot of energy coming in through the crown right now. It almost feels like my hands are very heavy. My ears are very warm and tingly with spirit. I feel a lot of energy coming in through the crown and the third eye. Good. So they're ready. Deep breath. Asinema dela guayadra sedinari yari sinema dela guade, but it's Yamatria guayata to Namatriadai, Korikia city titten, or yari, sinuri goriata, Sinema telequayadare. Collegiadia to Sinema Madrigaria, Sinemo, Sitanema dela guayadai, Origariade, Sinena Goliade, Putushan Yamadiagator, Motorade. Put it in there, but there's an air like there's in a matter like a day, put it in normally guayate, in the matter guayate, and a winter a day. Curia, this is in a muyara, yes, in the motor a day. Just
Just receive that energy and those downloads and those codes. Oh, this light energy flowing into the heart. They just show me like big rainbow like bursts of energy just flowing out of your hearts, just flowing. It's like some of your hearts have just like opened up and just allow that energy to flow in. Good for you. Good for you. Let it all flow in. What doesn't serve you, flow out. Let that rainbow energy out. I'm going to go into the solar plexus now. And I just want to tell you guys, like, I love you. I don't know if people hear that every day. And, but I just love you all, like, so much. And I love humanity. And, it's just, you know, I think people just didn't get what they needed as children, because, you know, not every parent's going to know what the child needs. And I think it's just really hard to grow up not feeling worthy, not feeling confident in yourself, you know, not being told things that may have helped, and not really being nurtured, you know. And so I just want you to know, like, I love you, and you're beautiful, and you're powerful. And whatever you look like in this lifetime, whatever your gifts are, like, that's your fucking power. Excuse my language, my bad. But that's your power, you know? Whatever it is, you know? Whatever it is, whatever the gifts are, that's your power. That's who you are. That's what you came to bring to this earth. That's what you came to bring here, you know? And I'm sorry, but you can't outrun destiny. You can try, but destiny will kick your door down. And you can run and hide as much as you want, but your destiny will keep calling you. And one day it'll slap you in the face, and your heart will be like, I can't do anything else but this. I can't work on anything else but this. I can't do, nothing else feels good to me but this. And you know, so my suggestion is that if you got something deep inside of you that you know makes you super scared and fearful to do, that's what you're meant to do. And I hate it for you, because I know it. I got it. I'm right here living it. But it's the fear that you have to push through. You have to push through it. You have to not give a crap what anybody else thinks. You have to literally have so much confidence in yourself that it doesn't matter what they say. They don't pay your bills. They don't sleep with you at night. You know, whoever you were worried about saying something, it's like, what do they have that, you know what I mean? It takes courage to step out. It really does. It takes a lot of courage to be different. It takes a lot of courage to be authentic. And you have to get to this point where you have thick skin and you don't give a shit. I mean, just what it is. It's who you came to be. And, at the end of the day, like I said, it doesn't matter what they think. All that matters is that you get your gifts out of you. Because I couldn't go any further without releasing this energy within me and releasing, my language and releasing all of this pent up energy. I couldn't go any further. I had to do this. I had to do these videos. I have to do this for the collective. I don't have to, but I want to. It's something so deep inside of me that this was part of my calling. And so you got something inside of you too that is ready. It's bursting at the seams, ready to explode and ready to come out. So I'm heading into the solar plexus. They're just showing me a beautiful Japanese couple eating sushi right now. Sending you whatever that is, whoever that is, and just sending love. It's making me want sushi. And I am at your solar plexus. Just seeing a lot of sunflowers blooming right now. Just that vibrant yellow energy flowing out of your solar plexus. They're just handing me a key now, energetically, that is going to unlock some of your solar plexuses. So it's like, it's going to unlock some of your gifts within you. Clairvoyance, clairaudience, some of your clairs, and obviously as you're ready for them, they will come online. So it's important to, like I said, carve out space for spirit to work with you. If you're constantly in front of the computer, the TV, or the phone, or constantly needing to be around people, you're not creating space. Spirit, when you're distracted, when you're constantly distracting yourself, it's like you're not creating space for spirit to come in. I know some days and I'm on my phone too much when I'm trying to work or do things. Spirit is just like, all right, your phone's about to drain and go dead because we are ready for you. And I'm like, and it's like, Ash, just get the hint and go do what you got to do, But some days I ignore it. Some days I'm like, look, I just want to be like, whatever. I just want to be a human. I just want to do this. And, and they always give me the opportunity. They never force me to do anything. But when you have a mission and you have things that you came here to do, Spirit is going to, because they know that's my heart's desire. That phone is not my true heart's desire. They know my mission and what I came here to do is my true heart's desire. So of course Spirit is going to be here. And they're my best friends. They're my best friends. I talk to them like they're my best friends. They talk to me like I am their best friend, and we communicate on that level. It's funny, it's fun, and that's the way it's supposed to be. You're supposed to communicate with these beings on a level of, this is your family, this is your best friend, this is, somebody that loves you more than you could ever imagine. No conditions with these guys, no conditions at all. That's the most beautiful thing. They don't care what I look like in the morning. They don't care what I look like when I go to bed. They don't give a shit. They are still there when I wake up in the morning. There, boom, ready for me to get up. Let's roll, let's go. There for me at night, They, I can cuss up a storm. I can do whatever I want. And you know what? They're still there loving me. And I think that is powerful for you to know that you're not alone. you know, and that you're always cared for. I'm going into the sacral now. I'm going into the sacral now. I'm seeing two kids like playing on a swing set right now. Watching the sunset go down. I'm also seeing these two kids like seeing the sun go down and then a little bit hesitant to have to go inside because maybe there's some, traumas or things that they have to experience whenever they do go inside of the house. So it's like the sun's going down, they're sitting there like looking at each other like, man, I really don't want to go in there. And I'm just looking at the house right now, and the house kind of looks like it's just got some energy in there that's just not wanted, that doesn't feel good. So if this is you as a child, or something that your children may be experiencing or something like that, maybe not your children experiencing, but maybe something that you experienced as a child where you're like, get that gut feeling where you're like, man, I really don't want to go in there and see my parents. They're probably drinking, they're probably doing whatever, and just not good vibes. And so I'm just sending love to your inner child. I'm sending love to you. If you had to experience that as a child, I know those feelings all too well. And just know that there's healing for you. Know that that might have been something that you experienced as a child, but that is not something that you have to take into right now. Now is what you got. Now, right now. You don't have to be that, and you don't have to experience that anymore. So we're just going to shed some light there, bring in the beautiful light into that situation, whatever you had to experience as a child. And like I said, I'm sending you nothing but love. I just want to like take every child in the entire world and just like be their mom, and just tell each one of them how beautiful they are and how much I love them, because that's what they deserve. They don't deserve to be criticized and treated like shit. Every child should have like a grown-up that looks them in their eyes and says, you know what, I love you, you're beautiful, every single day, and hugs them. Like, it's crazy how we live as a society. We're always so busy and angry. It's just like, just hug your damn kid, man. They'll be grown before you know it, and then they won't want anything to do with you. So we're just going to shed some light into that sacral. I'm just seeing like the brother and sister like hugging each other and just giving each other love and that compassion that they need. Excuse me. Yeah, this almost feels like a long time burden on somebody. Maybe multiple of you. But there is in the materi gorigadres in the motor yet in a matera goyes in the motor a day. But it's in the Maya Guiatras in the motor gathers in a badre day. Just know that you're safe now. Know that part of you is safe now. You're safe. You're never going to let anything happen to your inner child ever again. You're never going to let anything bad happen to yourself like that again. You're never going to you're not going to put yourself into a situation like that ever again. You're safe now in this moment. You're safe. And, when you have to go around people like family members that may have abused you as a child or something like that, I had a beautiful healer who told me, you are the mama bear now. You get to protect every piece and part of you. All the baby part of you, the toddler part of you, the kindergarten part of you, the middle school part of you, junior high, high school. You get to protect that piece and that part of you. So when you go around these family members and you feel anxious and you feel, scared, not scared, but, you feel those anxious feelings of like, man, I don't have good vibes for you.
you get to protect that part of you. You get to self-talk yourself, self-talk to the inner parts of you and say, you know what, we're safe, we're okay. I'm taking care of you. And you know what, we don't have to stay long. We can stay for 30 minutes. We can show face, or we don't have to go at all. Whatever you feel, whatever your vibes are, whatever your mental health is more important than anything. And I know people say family is everything. Not when it comes to your mental health, not when it comes to your health in general. If family is causing you so much disturbance that it causes you depression, anxiety, makes you feel like angry all the time or feel those hateful feelings, that is not healthy for anybody, and that is not healthy for you, and you don't deserve to live like that. And if family is causing these kind of problems for you, you have every right to not show up. It doesn't matter what they think. All that matters is how you feel. How are you doing? How do you feel? Because sometimes family doesn't give a shit. Like, I'm sorry to say that, but sometimes they can't give a shit. They can't see anything past themselves. And so they don't know what you've been through in your life. And so you have to really protect yourself and protect your energy and scale yourself back, bring yourself back, I don't know why that came up, but apparently that needed to come up for somebody. And, I've got my own experiences with my own family, and I'm not scared to not go to anything. As much as I love my family, I know that I can send them love from a distance, and they know that I love them. And sometimes they know that I have to do what I have to do to protect myself, Maybe they don't know all the trauma that I've been through as a child and all the things, but, they know that my mental health is very important to me. And, my physical well-being and my spiritual well-being and my emotional well-being is more important than, coming to a place and then, feeling depressed feelings for a week or whatever it may be, So, some of us are just more sensitive than others. We pick up on everything. And, I'm just not willing to give up my sanity for anybody. And that includes family. And, that's just what it is. I would give up my sanity for my daughter, and that's it. Other than her, it's like, no, nobody's worth my going downhill. So, I know that might sound harsh to some of you, and, I was always ride or die for my family, for sure. But as I've gotten older and just see how everything works and how everything truly is, I just know that for me, I have to protect myself and keep myself grounded and, in a good place. So hopefully that helps somebody out there who feels like they have to do things because it's family, or have to do things because, you have to be this certain person. And, you came into this world alone, unless you're a twin, and you get to decide who you want to be around. You get to decide who you want to be. You get to decide everything you experience right now, where you live, what you drive, who you're around, who your boyfriend or girlfriend is, who you married, who your kids are. You decided that. And so if you can make the decision to live a certain way and that you don't like, you certainly make the decision to begin to live a way that you do like. And I'll be the poster child for that. I have changed everything about myself. So we're going into the root now. I always want to do a video with just star language for myself. So I'm hoping to do that one day. But when it's on my heart, I just speak it. So hopefully it gets to you guys and helps. Going into the root of the collective now. They're just showing me like Arizona landscape. Maybe in a vortex. Yep, I'm starting to see our Native American family coming up on their horses. Looks like it might be ceremony time. So we're all just going to sit in a circle as our Native American brothers and sisters begin to get off their horses. They've got their beautiful feathered dresses, and they're decked out in their beautiful Native American outfits. And we've just got the chief that's going to come in, and he's just kind of in the circle, walking around the fire, speaking boldly to us. I can feel his energy as his words come out. I just see him like hitting his chest, saying, "We are the people of this land. This is our land." And he's saying, we want it back, but we don't want it for just ours. We want it to share with all of you. We want to be all that we came to be too. They're just showing me an eagle that's flying above us. Two of them actually. And he's pointing up at the eagles. And as he's pointing up to the eagles, what he's saying is, as you watch the birds fly, you see that they are free. And he says, so are we. So are we. We are free. This is our land. Nobody owns this land. It was given to all of us. We are free. And the eagle drops a feather that is literally floating down upon us right now. He literally grabs the feather as it just literally floats down into his hand. And he begins to come around to every one of us and begins feathering us so that we can see. He's almost like moving our vision, like clearing our vision, clearing our third eye, clearing our vision. Clears the third eye and then does a full sweep of our bodies. Watching the heart expand now even further out. He blows right into your forehead. Activating and stimulating each and every one of your pineal glands. And I'm just almost seeing like this technology that is, it's almost like it turns into like this circle with all of these it looks like sun, the sun rays around it, but it actually looks like a mechanical gear. So he kind of like blows into it and it all lights up, and then it shows your brain just all in mechanical gears, just lighting up. He blows in your forehead again. And what that did was that just dusted off all of this ancient like technology in your minds. just opening right back up. But the he's putting his hands on your ears. Almost putting this like ancient energy and codes into your ears as energy begins to flow into what looks like all these gears. It's like they begin to turn. You're beginning to turn and light up. And he's saying you are the star beings, you are the star children that came to bring change to this world. He says, believe this to be true and know it in your hearts. Begin to wake up your minds. I just watched him walk around and just kiss each and every one of your foreheads. And then I'm watching them all jump back on their horses and ride off into the sunset. We want to thank them with all of our hearts and our minds and our bodies and our souls for activating us, for healing us, for showing up for us. How powerful is that? How loved are you? You know, to have spirit show up for you like that. To have your Native American brothers and sisters. To have your ancient beings coming in to activate your third eye. These beings coming in to help activate you. You're powerful. They wouldn't be showing up for you if you weren't. They wouldn't be here with all of us if you weren't. You have a mission to do. You have something that you came to create. You have something that you came to do. And if you feel like literally there's nothing for you to do, I'll tell you this. Your job is to get as happy as you can get. Your job is to be as kind as you can be. Your job is to be you to the fullest extent. And the fullest extent of you is love. Exuding love. Letting love flow out of you. When you look into somebody's eyes, love just pours out of you and pours into the next person. That is the change that will help change this world. So you may not have some sort of mission where you go out and you heal people, or you go out and you feed people, or you go out and you do this. But I can tell you this, being kind and smiling to somebody, looking them in their eyes and saying something nice is the change that this world needs. So you have a purpose. You have a reason for being here, and it's big. And I believe each and every one of you are going to do exactly what you need to do. So I'm just bringing this energy down into your hips now and just bouncing it back and forth. Mira que ya se no motro ya trae se no moda day. Que la que ya se dinero que ya se no moda que ya se no moda day. I'm just feeling a lot of you are holding a lot of energy in your hips. It's good if you get up and move around. Move those hips around in circular motion. I know whenever my hips hurt, it means that I'm not moving forward, so if your hips hurt, it's that forward motion, in life, in your mental mind, staying stuck and stagnant. It's like our hips begin to I don't want to do this. I don't want to go here. I want to keep moving forward. I'm coming down into the thighs and the knees now. Sending lots of energy healing codes into the thighs, into the knees, into the calves, into the ankles. Down into the feet now. We're going to open up the soles of your feet and begin to flow this beautiful energy out into Mother Earth. We want to make sure we give her love and thank her for supplying our needs so that we may live on this beautiful earth. We want to thank this universal energy for providing us with energy, our vitality, our life. Without this energy, we would not be here. We want to thank that creative force that lives within us, that helps us create this beautiful life that we are living. We want to thank it for the confidence that is being given to us tonight, for the beautiful activations that has been given to us, for the beautiful alignment that has happened tonight, and for bringing this community together to heal together and to really love each other and connect with each other however we so choose, whether it be through email, comments, text, whatever it is. Just bringing this pack of wolves together, this beautiful community, just coming together, healing our families, healing each other, showing up, and just being a part of this. You're helping to change the world just by being here. Just be good and grounded in your body now. And disconnect from your energy now and give it back. I just want to thank every one of you for being here and showing up, like I just said. And thank you so much for this powerful healing that you were absolutely a part of. Anybody that shows up to this activation, galactivation, ceremony, healing, whatever you want to call it, you're a part of this. You're a part of this community. You're a part of the love that is flowing from me to you, from each and every person that watches this. We're all here and connected, and I want you to know that. So thank you so much for watching and being here with me. I appreciate it, and I just love you so much. You know the drill. If you like it, comment, share, subscribe, whatever you want to do. I'm going to be here. If you show up, I'll be so happy. So I love you all. Bye.